Since 2021, airsoft tracer units have seen a huge upgrade and increase in use. But why only recently? Airsoft tracer units have been around since the first AEG way back in 1991. One answer is innovation. Before 2021, tracer units were just a mock suppressor with a sensor and a UV light that flashed your glow-in-the-dark BBs as they left the barrel. All the glow-in-the-dark BBs were green, and that was about it. Airsoft tracer units remained like this for 30 years. In 2009, a crafty airsoft tech who couldn't put a production model tracer unit on his MP5 SD decided to make his own by putting it inside the hop-up unit. This gave a lot of other techs the bright idea to do the same. Airsoft techs drilling holes into their perfectly fine hop-ups persisted for 9 more years, until in 2018, Max Hop-Up released their first production model hop-up tracer unit. Airsoft techs could finally put down their drills and simply install these hop-ups like normal ones. A year later, in 2019, King Arms thought it would be a great idea to put the tracer unit in an M4 magazine. To this day, no one cares. It was dumb. In fact, this reminds me about the GMP version that came out in 2013 that was even worse. 2021, the dawn of a new era for airsoft tracer units. After 30 years of the same green BB coming out of the same mock suppressor, Spitfire made an orange light that would also illuminate out of the mock suppressor. Months later, Ace Tech released its blaster, tracer, and muzzle flash unit that let the user pick a literal light rainbow of colors to shoot out of their airsoft gun. Ace Tech also produced different colored tracer BBs with specific modes on the blaster for those BBs. Nighttime, low light, and indoor airsoft games could now be a spectacle of 6mm color. For now, this is where innovation stops and convenience takes over. Now, what could be easier than heating off your orange tip, cranking it off, purchasing a new tracer unit, charging it, adjusting the settings, and then finally shooting glow-in-the-dark BBs? How about simply flipping a switch to turn your already installed tracer unit hop-up on and off? This is Eyetrace from Elite Force. While this isn't reinventing anything new, it does add more accessibility to the use of tracer units for stock airsoft guns, which is great for new players who may not have the funds to drop on an Ace Tech or simply don't know about it. The hallmark of this product is that the front aesthetic of your gun doesn't have to be sacrificed for an extra component. This is especially useful for guns such as the MP5 SD and UMP, which have front ends that can't accept production model tracer units. This is even more convenient for Elite Force / Umarex since they are the sole distributors of the H&K line of airsoft guns. There are currently 3 models of Eyetrace guns available: a CQB M4, another M4, and an AK-47. Elite Force says that it does plan on releasing more models, including the MP5 SD, soon. The most helpful detail of the Eyetrace is that the battery powering your gun will also power the tracer hop-up unit, so there's no need for buying or plugging in extra batteries. We've now gone full circle with the tracer being on the outside of the gun, to the inside, vice versa, and in the magazine. So where do we go from here? One direction that we've seen is the addition of smoke to the tracer unit. To me, this feels too much like a gimmick considering all modern firearms use smokeless gunpowder. Maybe if these were installed on airsoft muskets, we could create the Napoleonic era complete with dress uniforms and battlefields covered in mock gunpowder smoke. As cool as we picture this in our heads, we're still just firing one single BB sprinkled with some baby powder. To make the most of our light effects, we need to shoot as many BBs as possible at the same time from our airsoft gun, which Ace Tech does with their shotgun tracer units. However, airsoft shotguns are currently limited to 12 BBs per shot. So how do we increase the number of BBs? Simple, use a grenade launcher. Now you may be asking yourself why, but what you should be asking yourself is why not? Airsoft is one of the few fun, creative outlets involving guns and projectiles that aren't intended to do harm. On screen, we have an Ace Tech Cork M modified to be attached to the front end of a single-shot breech-loaded grenade launcher by Tristan Airsoft. This looks both amazing and terrifying. A huge flash of UV light followed by a swarm of glow-in-the-dark BBs. Similar to the DIY hop-up back in 2009, could this be the catalyst to commercially produced grenade launcher tracer units? This is just one possible step in Airsoft Tracer evolution. If you think otherwise or have another suggestion, let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more Airsoft and Milsim theory. And as always, this is DesertFox, and I'll see you on the field.
Said that time.